Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and Higher Realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Hey guys, Lady V here. Yes, it's still the 5th. It's still the morning. Actually, it's 11:11 right now. And I had to run and make this video so I could put it into the video that I've been uploading all morning, because there has been breaking news from this wonderful channel right here. Let's get there. Okay, from Wages World, because he's been monitoring what has been going on so closely. He's like on the verge of his first ascension jump, his big awakening. Okay. And I need to play this for you guys because this is going to explain what has been going on. What you see right now, the little skirmishes, that's all they are. In Iran, what's going on with Iran and Iraq and all that, those are little skirmishes compared to what is going on up there. That is where the real battle is. But of course, the war is already won. Again, this is just a battle. I showed you guys in this video. As you watch, you will see what is going on. But as you watch my video, okay? But I'm going to play this right now so you guys could see what's going on. Let me enlarge it. And please listen carefully, all right?
I'll try to keep this short. But if you remember in my previous video, go back and check it real quick, if you would. I was talking about...
He's talking about the video he made early this morning, the 5th of January, 2020.
The density and how low it got and all of that. And I was trying to figure out, I even said it, I didn't know what was causing it. But something's come to some of the reports and stuff, some of the data's coming in, and I think I've got what I actually think is going on, because this was actually confusing me very, very much so, and I said that in my video. But I want to show you a couple things here first. Okay, this is our magnetosphere. Look, this is a top-down view. Okay, now I'm going to scroll through this. Okay, and you're going to start seeing a little bit of hits, right? This is, it started back on the 4th, okay, when this happened. But this right here is on the 5th. It's continuing as we speak. It's for multiple hours that we had a crack in our magnetosphere, letting stuff in. And, yeah, it was totally unexpected. Nobody's seen this coming, which is why I was puzzled by it. But as you can tell, guys, if you look out front there, I'll try to find the timestamp here. What I want you guys to notice, let me get my draw tool out. Sorry about that, guys. This is impromptu. I wasn't planning on doing this. But anyway, that's what's going on. You can, up here, you can see where the pressure's there. The density's higher there. So, in other words, we're getting hit in a very specific area. Usually, if we're getting, just straight solar wind, it's actually, the whole front of that should be just about the same color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause. Oh, like it is like over here. And it was early over here, but then the video started going. Remember, in all his other videos, he was also saying that he spotted these objects by the sun. When you saw the flares come out, it lit up the objects, okay? These are the objects that are sending out this energy.
But right now, obviously, it's not. So as we go forward here, watch what it does. Okay, did you see that switch? Look where it's at now. Now, I don't know.
Again, remember there were actually more than 2 objects, but they were on either side. They were in the north and in the south, if you go back and watch his videos.
Why that happened, okay?
That's
There's
not
a lot
natural.
of theories and stuff when we see stuff like that, but in my mind, that's directional. For some reason, it jumped really, really quick to the other side. And again, you can see how it stayed up there for many hours. And then watch what it does right here, and I'll walk through this real slow when I get to it again. First off, we had a safety shutdown on the satellite because it detected this, okay, and it went down for safety mode flaws. So as we toggle through here, you're going to see, okay, that was a jump of like 30 minutes, 728 to 750. Okay, and that's typical for a safety shutdown. But what I want you guys to see is this. Okay, you can see how the energy is transferring to the other side there. Well, why is it doing that? Well, I'm going to show you the crack. Okay, see that? Now, this happens sometimes, guys. I've never talked about this, but this is one of those times where none of this was expected. Okay, and it's allowing a lot of energy in, and we're getting massive auroras that was not even on anybody's radar. And you know how what auroras are caused by the solar wind, and we see them on the poles usually, and the further down they get to the equator, the stronger the solar wind typically is. But we're not getting increased wind speed, guys. And I just showed you the density in my previous video was at 0 almost. So, something's happening here is what I'm trying to say. This is something that's not normal. We should not be seeing this. So I don't know what the end result here is, but you can clearly see this thing. See how it's trying to repair itself? But you can clearly see that right in the front, there's an opening there. Look how it's coming in. You can even see it there coming in right there. Okay, and this is like just a couple hours ago. It started happening a little bit before this, and I guess I could show that to you if you guys can be patient with me here a little bit. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit more in time here to show you on the 4th is when this started. Okay, but what I really want to show you is watch out front. See how it switched? I mean, like immediately. Bam! Look at that. And then there's that opening right there. Now, did the solar wind cause this and whatever is going on there? Or did something inside our bow shock, did something happen there? I don't know. I don't see it doing anything but just kind of getting crazy. I mean, that's nuts. If this is normal, somebody please tell me, but I guarantee you it's not.
Okay, guys, I had to play that. You can watch the rest. I'll make sure to put the link. Okay, but he goes on to explain, to try to figure it out. Let me give him a thumbs up. Oh, look at the numbers. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I had to interject this into this video because it's so important. And when it came up in my notifications, which I rarely get notifications, so I was shocked it came up, my ear was like, and it's still doing that. While I was playing it again, my ear started with the vibrating, making that type of sound. The reason why you saw it flip, that of course it is not natural. For those of you saying, still up in the clouds, this is very real, guys. It is a battle going up there. There is a heavy battle going up there. And what they were trying to do was, yes, crack the magnetosphere and force a polar shift. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to, that's the information I received. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But that's the information I was shown and heard. That's why that happened with my ear, my right ear. That's where I get that type of information from. So they were trying to force a pole shift. That's what they were trying to force. The dark ones, okay? The malevolent beings. They're not just here on Earth. They're out there too, by the way. All over the solar system. All over this galaxy. They're out there too. That is where the real battle is. This is nothing, what we're seeing down here. Okay? But have no fear. We already won the war. Like I say in the rest of this video, they're trying to take as many down with them as possible. They're trying to materialize that one very faint timeline, which is not very low beyond, very low probability of happening. Okay, that's what they're clinging on to. World War III. That's the agenda, because the World War III is just not just in here, it's out there. but they want to win that battle down here in order for them to win over the solar system again. It's not just Earth. It's not just Earth. It's our entire solar system that is awakening and ascending. All right. Let the show roll on. Good morning, brave awakened ones. Lady V here. What's up? So much is going on, okay? Especially when it comes to what's going on out there in our solar system and what's going on within the core of the earth. There's so much going on, and there are a couple of topics I need to cover because I see many light workers, I mean, if that's what they really are, falling into these traps. Yeah, you know that propaganda traps, the same type of propaganda that was used and has been used, is continued to be used against Christians. Seriously. And we ain't got time for that. Okay. This is about, we've grounded in these energies. Okay. And it's time to build heaven on earth. And if you can't get with that program, then you're not going to experience heaven on earth. You're not going to build the new world for all the generations that are coming. Okay. For after Gen Z, the new generations, you're not going to experience that if you keep your head just in the clouds. All right. The whole love and light community. Yes, love and light. But there's also time to be a freaking warrior. All right. There are times to soldier up. And that includes calling out the bullshit. Okay. That whole propaganda and agenda that has been used against Christians is all about, you're supposed to live in squalor, piety, whatever you want to freaking call it, the lies. You're supposed to suffer. That is how you get to heaven, through suffering. Okay? No, it's over. That time is over. Okay? You're not supposed to say anything if somebody's spreading lies about you. You're not supposed to do anything if somebody's hurting someone, a child, or is hurting you. You're supposed to just lean back and take it because that is what makes you virtuous. You're not gaining any virtue points right now. Now's not the time for this. Now's the time that we are literally, we're not taking our country back, taking our nation back. We're taking our world back. We're taking the world back as light workers and light workers. That is what we're here to do. And you are remiss. And you're not doing your mission if that is your stance. Okay? I'll be remiss to say that. You're not doing your mission if that is your stance. If it's, like, yes, I posted those 2 pictures on my community page to prove to those SJW that were assigned to come after me to show the truth and to call them out on their BS. It's like, okay, you want to call me phobic this and phobic that. Okay, where's your proof? They're not part of that community. They're nothing but shills. They're nothing but, useful idiots. Some of them are useful idiots, and some of them are part of that dark program, or literally part of it, or put out there to come after people like me, or put out there to come after people like the Dutch Sense. Okay, and I'm going to play a video where he takes a stand against the lies, against the manipulation, against twisting things, taking things and twisting it around. And then we're going to get down to some serious stuff that's going on right now, okay, which is also part of the whole, turning spirituality and the love and light into a religion and going down the same road as the Christians had been going down with the whole piety and bend over and take it sort of agenda. First, I need to put on my reading glasses, because he's going to seriously read somebody just like I had to read some people. Okay? This is so freaking fierce. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh my God. I used to admire this man so much. You guys know I'm a science geek, math geek. So he was always like a hero to me until I realized he was part of the agenda. And people, you got to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, get grounded. Okay. So I'm going to play how he reads and calls him out as a deep state shill. Go, bro. Suspicious observer, I should say, not Dutch sense. I'm sorry. Suspicious observer. Listen to this.
Neil, we've been seeing a lot of you lately, haven't we? Up to 95% of all ads on this channel are for your new masterclass show. And I know it's really them doing the advertising, so if you'd be so kind as to let me use this news show to deliver a message, I think I will. Dear Masterclass, you put out that you are the masters and that we don't know how to think, and that there is commentary about knowing enough to be dangerous but not knowing the truth. Thinly veiled messages and insults to observers will get you nowhere. How's the endless discourse on WIMPs? How's the climate change stance look in the face of the AGU fall meeting, IPCC changes, and other publications demonstrating that the sun is the driver of climate change? People here watched me call out no dark matter, solar climate forcing, and electroquakes back in 2011. That makes a still looking, changing now, and AGU released the 2018 textbook Pre-Earthquake Processes. How many masterclass students have won national science championships? How did an economist/lawyer do all of this with about as much mainstream support as Trump? I'll tell you. This is the masterclass, and we meet here daily. There are no holidays or weekends or days off. This house ain't for rookies or shills. Stick around. You might learn something.
Microphone drop. Oh, the shade of it all. Why are you gagging so? I had to say that because it was so, it was so beautiful. Perfectly said. Okay. This stuff needs to be called out. We cannot lean back and allow people to call us phobic this, phobic that, to throw their propaganda at us, to try to bring us down, to call us stupid, to try to make us look as fools when they're the ones who are lying and full of shit. Okay? This must be done. Why? Because that human waking up is going to come across our videos, and either they're going to hear the truth or they're going to buy into the lie. Okay? As you guys know, I've seen his commercials on some of my videos too. And several commercials of a lot of these shills when it comes to this one guy. Oh my God, every time I see him, it's like, ugh, my whole body tenses up like that, for real. I just want to, and that's the way he talks. And it's so fake. And I'm like, oh my God, and it's, again, the reason why those type of videos are playing on our type of channels, especially when it comes to those type of meditation, try to get you using their buzzwords, their love and light, spirituality buzzwords, is to try to snatch you guys. Okay? The same way they snatch up Christians. To make you guys, to mind fuck you, okay? Basically, which is what, the Grassy Tyson's up to. He's a deep state shill. All right? So guys, wake up. Get grounded. Shoot. We're late in the game for this type of nonsense. Now, here's why. Here's the big, heavy proof that the earth, the separation has begun, darlings. And here's the hard proof. Here's the hard proof. Remember the video I made the other night? I was straight up saying, I felt it. It was CERN and HAARP churning on. There's something going on. I felt and heard the codes. Well, here's your hard evidence. First, we're going to cover what is coming up. God bless Wages World. He used to be Blue Kool-Aid. He's freaking awesome and fierce. And he's waking up. He is a normie muggle who's waking up. Suspicious observer. He's a light warrior, as you can tell, because he laid it out just now and had no fear doing it. All right. But this homeboy, he is waking up. He's starting to see things. First, let's talk about the coronal holes. That's what's going on with that. Okay, listen up.
About is this right here real quick. Okay, here's the equator of the sun. The Earth sits about right here. Obviously, you see that coronal hole is directly Earth facing. It's rotating through what they call the Earth strike zone, which means it's right in front of us. Good. So about 3 to 4 days from now, we should start seeing some increased solar activity.
What's going on 3 to 4 days from now? The eclipse. The eclipse. This energy is going to come blasting through. And this little sunspot I've been watching for a while, it's been coming around. I'm like, this is not going to go away. It's going to coordinate with this. You'll see. It's going to coordinate with this, and it's going to blast us. This is what the deep state is fighting so hard to stop. This is it, guys. This is what they're trying to stop. Because when these codes come through, what's being delivered here comes through, it's going to be intense for them. They're not going to be able to withstand it. Here we go. Listen up.
Impact our planet, okay? And we probably will in the form of charged particles, which would be increased solar wind speed and higher density usually, okay? But something else we have to take into consideration is the sunspot. Okay, it's going to rotate straight through here too. Here in the next day or so, it's going to be right there. Why does that matter? Well, it's constantly like spewing some energy out. Not massive, but it's sending at least a little bit of extra stuff our way. Now, we have to take this really in consideration when it gets in front of us, because if it decides it wants to flare or have a CME right there, then most likely we'd have a better chance of it impacting us directly. Okay, that's why we pay attention to that. Now, why do we have more solar flares and CMEs around sunspots? Well, essentially, I'm going to take this down to a very basic level. Okay, I know
you could listen to the rest of that. Okay, now this is something extremely important we need to discuss at 12:15. I think that's too far in, right? Okay. This is something very important that we need to discuss, the Schumann resonance. And I'm going to come in between, I'm going to interrupt him as he speaks, because it has everything to do with what's going on, with what I felt earlier in the week and everything. Okay, today's Sunday, the 5th. Here we go.
Let me explain. Okay, so what you're seeing here, guys, is a visual representation of the vibration, the frequency, okay?
Of the Earth.
And how this model works is it takes data from multiple locations, okay? And it gives you an average. So that's what you're seeing. This isn't just in one location. These are multiple locations giving you data, and it puts it into this model, and it gives you the average of those locations. Okay, so, and I have to say that because the frequency can change drastically in a very short distance. Okay, if they tried to show you every point there, you wouldn't even have a visual of it very well, because it would just look like an up and down graph. That's what we would see. So, but the overall average is what they're showing you. Now, we've been talking about this dotted line, right? That possible code type of thing I've been talking about. What's going on here? What are we seeing? Well, given what I just, said to you guys, there's actually other Schumann tools and stuff you can go look at. They're showing you the same information, just in a different visual. They're more line graph looking things. I use this one because I'm familiar with it. But given what I just said about the average, it makes that dotted line and that dash even less likely to have happened, okay? And the reason why, and this is why I say, I wish they would just email me back and give me some sort of a feedback on what that is. Because even at this point, if they told me it was a tool flaw, I would accept it and move on. Because the chances of multiple locations giving you data to be put into an average for it to show a dashed line? Do you know what the chances of that would be if that was to actually happen naturally? That right there tells you that should, number one, no way that that's natural. Okay, so if that is actually something that we should be looking at, and it's not a tool flaw or anomaly, then that is not something that happened naturally. It's something that was done intentionally by something intelligent.
Bam, there it is. There it is. Right here. Tell me it doesn't look like Morse code. Code. Okay? And again, this is another thing with the whole light and love, airy fairy heads up in the cloud community. Guys, you need to come down and get grounded. Okay? This is not Earth, Mother Earth doing this and stop it. It's not. It's HAARP and it's CERN and it's the deep state. And we're going to dig further to show you why they're putting this code, why they're doing this code. He's doing a fantastic job uncovering it. Okay?
Okay. The only thing I would say to that, guys, is it did start down here, if you guys remember, and now it's migrated towards our base frequency, about halfway. Okay, now on this one, something else. See this big black area here on the left? That's data we didn't get to see.
Remember that happened a few days ago also. They blacked out the data. Why they black out the data? Because this was what we felt the other night. The blacked out data, CERN and HAARP being cranked up. There's nothing natural about this. They're trying to control what is going on naturally. And he is going to cover what is going on naturally and what they're doing, why they're trying to control. Not why they're trying to control. He doesn't understand yet, but he's going to show you very clearly what is going on naturally. This is not natural. This is not natural. Okay, guys?
That doesn't typically happen on this tool. It's happened a few times. Early on when I was looking at this, a couple, 3 years back, we'd never seen anything like that. If we did see a blacked out area, it would be very, very short-lived, okay? Like the tool went down or whatever. But as time has went on, we're seeing more and more of these big blacked out areas, especially this year. Now, our base frequency, guys, is 7.83 right here, okay? That's why you always see data there. You see that? See how the line's always there? It never goes away. It's always there. What I've noticed, and this is where I have to be like, what the heck's going on? It's almost like we're going into a time or into a period where we've got more than one base frequency. Okay? Because we're seeing it here. We're seeing it here. We're starting to see it right here. And even look at this. I've never seen this before. Way down here.
Now I'm going to interject. All right, this is the regular Earth frequency, the base, 7.83 hertz, right? You have the dash line, which if you look at some previous videos, I saw one of them. He talks about how it started creeping up. That dotted line started creeping up. And that's the code that they're putting in, CERN. They're putting that in to try to create these other frequencies on Earth, to create the alternative timelines. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep us down. Do you see the separation? Because what it's been, the 7.83, is going to start rising. This is the fight. And the blast that's going to be coming in is what's going to push it up. They're trying to materialize this. They're trying to so hard to have a lower frequency. They're trying to pull this down. This is why you guys need to wake up, get your heads out of the cloud and get grounded. Okay.
Not for that amount of time. Sorry about that, guys. But, I mean, look at that. So is that what we're seeing? Are we seeing a change in our Earth to the point that we got more than one base frequency? Now, for that to happen, is that something that's happening within the earth itself? Is that something that's being influenced from outside by multiple different things? I don't know. All I can tell you about this is definitely changing, and it continually is changing. And it seems like this stuff is just hanging around. These base lines right here are not going away anymore. So it would be, and I'm looking down here at the bottom, and if you look here, it's like this thing took a break for a minute and started back up. Okay? So I don't know. All I can say is that really right here, this is the only, the frequency there is really the only one that should be consistently there. But that's not what we're seeing anymore. We are now seeing, because I've been watching this for a while, right around 12, we are now seeing that stay there. That's not going away.
The higher frequency.
It's just an observation, guys, but I do think it's something we have to pay attention to. And again, I'm making a video. I've been working on it. So much data to put in there and talk about. I want to get it right. There's so many things that the Schumann can do to us, the frequency. Physically, there's so much science back.
Okay. Now, I wanted to pull this up because I did mention in my last video, because so many people are they're trying to make this happen. Okay. The number one trend in Twitter. What is it right now, man? It's World War III. World War III trends. And then all the Holly weirdos have taken to the streets in front of the White House, right? They all have taken to the streets. They're all trying to push this World War III so freaking hard right now. It is nonstop. It is trending. Why? Because they're scared to freaking death of this. They're scared to death of this Schumann resonance rising. They're putting in code. They're turning on CERN and HAARP, trying to black things out, but it's forming. There's nothing they can do. They're trying to hijack it. It's not going to happen. It's too damn late. So please don't buy into the scary propaganda. All right, guys, don't buy into the propaganda, okay? They're going to dial it up. As you see, that it's trending everywhere. The WW3 nonsense, not happening. Just rest knowing that we did our jobs as light workers and light warriors. It ain't going to happen. They could crank up CERN to 1 million, whatever. It's not going to happen. Okay? We got this. We got this. It's already done. It's already done. Now, is it going to look messy? Are there some tyrants that have to be taken out? Okay, we got to do what we got to do to clean up Earth. This is cleanup time. It's going to get messy. It's going to get ugly. And if your head is busy being in the clouds, thinking that, you're just going to wish your way out of this, that's not going to happen. All right. Are there some who are, we're all going to be under attack. Still in the ethereal. Oh, I had a heck of a night. Let me tell you. They were pulling out the stops. They went into, I was taken out to the deep jungles of freaking Haiti. They were some voodoo priest and priestess coming after me and all. And then when they came to me, all they saw was the White Queen who overlaid herself on me, and they ran screaming. So, I got this. I'm not scared of them at all. They're trying to sick whatever on me in the physical and in the ethereal. It doesn't matter. Okay? So new levels, new devils, guys. Just know that. It's just if you've reached a certain level, it's not going to scare you. It's like, whatever. But if people come after you, you don't just lay back and let them lie. You don't lay back and watch children suffer. You don't lay back and allow the propaganda to spread. You must spread the truth. The truth must be told. All right? So have no fear. Okay? The awakening is here. All right. It's all good. Relax, chill. And again, I got to say yes, please, and thank you again. And I just know these blessings are just going to come and come and come. Why? Because I'm already in that high vibe. For those of you who are already there, you know it's just coming and coming and coming. And what does it take to be up there and stay up there is surrender, then surrender again. Then just when you thought you finished surrendering, surrender some more. Okay, guys? So have a happy Sunday, a wonderful Sunday. And I will see you on the tube and check out my webinars, HiramHolistics.com, or if you want to book a session, my books and all that wonderful stuff. All right, Lady V out. See you guys later. Bye. Much love.